Hello everybody, and welcome to this. This is a thing that I wanted to talk about for a while now, and this is not meant, I'm going to preface by saying this is not an attack on anyone in particular. This is not going to be me trying to cause drama. This is me just trying to state some things that I've been wanting to talk about and have been stewing in my head for several months now. And it involves the game we're playing right now. Not Cold War, specifically, but zombies as a whole. I'm done. I'm just done with zombies. Not because the games are bad, or I'm not, like, a fan of anything that they're doing, or anything like that. I'm done because the community has basically completely made my love for this game mode that it has been since 2008. 2012, technically, I think would be, or 2010, 2012, 2008, that sort of time frame. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, all those, that kind of era. The community has basically made it impossible for me to enjoy the game anymore. It's made it entirely impossible for me to want to hold an opinion on zombies anymore. I love this game mode. As zombies, it always has been, it will always be the game mode that, in my opinion, is what made me interested in YouTube content. It's what made me interested in Call of Duty. It's what keeps me coming back to play Call of Duty. It's what makes me always try to... It's what makes me enjoy stories with overarching narratives across multiple games, across multiple different, like, timelines, stuff like that. It's what got me interested in wanting to do time travel-y type shows like Doctor Who in the first place. And I honestly do not know where I'd be if it weren't for COD in general, and COD Zombies as a whole. Oh, great.
Let's see what's inside.
But I will say this, I will always love the game that I play, and it's nothing to say at Treyarch or at anyone in the community in particular or anything like that. This is more meant to sort of be just how I feel about the community and what they've sort of done to make me not... I should pick that up first. Damn, that's a waste. It's more or less me wanting to sort of say what the community has done in terms of, as a whole, no one in particular, and obviously there are outliers to this, and obviously people who didn't do anything, and that's why I'm not saying it's more of an attack. It's more of a just, hey, if you're curious on why I'm not doing zombies content that much anymore, this is kind of why. And it's just the sort of blind bandwagon hatred and disdain for anything new that isn't just, oh, but it's better, but it's not Black Ops 3, or oh, it's not Black Ops 2, or this, that, and the other thing. It's like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people constantly sticking to this narrative that Black Ops 3 is the perfect Call of Duty Zombies game, and that it doesn't get any better from the Black Ops 3. When some of Cold War's maps are some of my favorite, if not my favorite maps of all time. Black Ops 4, yeah, it had a rocky launch and didn't have the greatest of launches, but it's still fun zombies that I still think holds up as being a somewhat reasonably difficult, but also fun, reasonably difficult and fun zombies mode that I feel like every single zombies player should at least try and give a shot. On top of that, things like, for example, modes from other developers such as Exo-Zombies, Infinite Warfare Zombies, and World War II Zombies. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of them, but to completely discredit them as bad zombies modes is just fucked up. I wasn't a huge fan of World War II Zombies. I thought it was not that great. It had its moments in the story where I kind of liked it. Albeit very confusing moments in the story that feel like it didn't make much sense and stuff like that. Infinite Warfare Zombies had some of my favorite stories. It had some of my favorite like maps. Have one of the best, if not my favorite, launch map of all time. At least in terms of single map releases. Has one of my favorite non-Treyarch Easter eggs. Exos being like one of the most innovative but like flawed zombies modes. And then obviously looking at Extinction, it tied in Infinite Warfare Zombies pretty well, and I thought it was a nice little change of pace. And I really did like Extinction, albeit not being able to have a proper pause button and it being really, really difficult solo. Same thing with World War II Zombies for a while. And then going into stuff like Vanguard Zombies and Cold War and all these, what I would say the modern zombies, it's like, these are great games. To say that Treyarch doesn't know how to make zombies anymore is just wrong and incredibly fucked up and incredibly blind. Like blind hatred. It's not something I like seeing in any community, whether it be Destiny, Call of Duty, Dead by Daylight, whatever. Blind hatred without actual valid criticism just should not belong at all in any community. I understand people don't like this, people don't like that. It's one thing to not like something. It's another thing to attack devs and send death threats, all these sorts of things, and say all these awful, rude things to developers, and then just completely expect to get the things you want. That's not how any of it works. And it's even worse that all these creators that play zombies, whether it be for a living or for fun or whatever, it's the fact that they sort of, I don't want to say keep it going, but they help push this narrative of people that we deserve better, when in reality we're getting some of the best zombies content, game mode stuff, in my opinion, that we've ever gotten. And the fact that people are just blindly hating on it because, oh, it's not Black Ops 3, is so mind-numbingly, stupid to me. I understand Black Ops 3 was a lot of people's favorite games. I understand that. I'm not going to say you're not allowed to like Black Ops 3. I just think that we've gotten better things since Black Ops 3 that people aren't giving a chance, and people are just blindly hating because their favorite YouTuber says, oh, it's bad, you're not allowed to like it. Because there's a reason I make the joke that I'm blocked by almost every single zombies YouTuber on Twitter. If you name a zombies YouTuber, I'm probably either blocked or banned in their chats, whether it be on Twitch or YouTube, or blocked on Twitter, for some reason or another, because I stated my opinion on something, they disagreed with it, and decided to either block me, or send hate raids to my channel, that I still, to this day, don't see the end of. Because I have a different opinion than some YouTuber who is either just really stuck up and doesn't understand the definition of opinion, or wants to push this narrative that Treyarch doesn't like the community and wants to essentially push us aside because we're an afterthought. And it's like, that's never been true. Yeah, it's not been the same since Jason's been around. Yeah, it's not been the same since... it's not been the same since Black Ops 3. Don't get me wrong. I will say, I do think the quality of some of the maps has gone down, but to say that they are worse, to say that some of them are worse than Exos and World War II zombies, and, to say that these things are, worse than some of the, worst games on the planet, it's just, you're just blindly hating for the sake of hating it. I understand, and I always say this conversation whenever it comes to anything in terms of opinion. If you try something before forming an opinion, then yeah, then okay, yeah, I'm going to respect that. But if you hate on something without even trying it, the whole pineapple on pizza debate, I don't care. If somebody doesn't like pineapple on pizza, if they're doing it for the sake of the meme, stop. It's not funny. If you actually genuinely tried it and you didn't enjoy it, cool. I'm going to respect that opinion because I understand it's not for everybody. God, it is giving me the worst things ever to try and kill these elites with. Okay. These don't be a Panzer. Okay, Megaton. I can deal with that. But it's and again, I don't want to attack anyone specific and say names, but it's I'm sick and tired of going onto Twitter and seeing people like say, remember remember the good times when this happened, or remember, or like they'll say something that's genuinely false, get corrected on it, and either hide the tweet in the replies or block the person and redo the tweet a second time and say there was a spelling error. And it's like, are you that petty that you don't like being corrected? Because you were proven wrong, so you're backpedaling? It's like, I'm sick of it. It's so, like, mind-numbingly annoying to see these zombies YouTubers just blatantly lie to their fans, and people just straight up will agree with them because funny YouTuber Go Burr, I donated the money and they said my name, let me give them $400,000. It's like, I understand people get like clout chasing, but there's a difference between clout chasing and respecting having like them as an inspiration. Like, don't get me wrong, there are YouTubers that I don't watch anymore that I would say, back when I first started, if I could have an opportunity to play with them, I would be honored, and it would be a like goddamn godsend to be able to play with them. Now, I don't even like, I only launch this game up because it's on topic. The second I'm done with this, the second I'm done recording, I'm literally not gonna play this. And it's the only game I have installed because I actually have camos to grind on this game that I actually feel interested in doing. As well, it's the only zombies game that I actually, again, don't mind coming back to because it's one of my favorites. Black Ops 4, the only reason I don't have it installed is because I don't have room for it on my storage. That's the only reason why I don't have it installed. Same thing with Vanguard, as I don't need it because I finished Atomic. I don't have really any interest in grinding out Dark Aether in that game, so I'm just playing this because I have Dark Aether, I have DM Ultra, I have not all on all weapons, but I have it on Dark Aether on almost every single weapon. I have DM Ultra on all the base game weapons, and I have no interest in wanting to play Vanguard Zombies. Not because I don't like Vanguard Zombies, but because I'm literally like I'm so tired of playing something I enjoy and being told you can't enjoy this. I'm actually so sick of it. And I understand there are people who say, well, why don't you just play them and enjoy them? Because I literally am at risk of having my own address completely just like put out on the internet for all to see because someone wants to just do what they call a funny prank and try and get me fucking swatted. Because yes, at one point during Black Ops 4's life cycle, that almost happened. And I was lucky at the fact that I was just very lucky at the fact that I know one of the people in my town at the time who happens to have my number and was able to call me and ask me said question if anything was wrong. And the only reason why I never addressed it was because I knew people would then try to do it again and again and again. I'm only addressing it now because I know for a fact I'm not going to be playing these games anymore. Not because I don't like them. Not because I don't like zombies anymore. I love zombies and I will still continue to play them and I will still do videos on them. But I'm not going to be playing the older games because I refuse to I refuse to want to live to this narrative that you have to play Black Ops. Like, Black Ops 3 is the only good Call of Duty game. It's the only good zombies game. I don't like it because I literally have been forced to dislike Black Ops 3 because of this. It's also part of the reason why I'm kind of glad I can't run it on my PC anymore to play customs. Because it means I don't have to worry about looking at the stupid load-up screen for that game anymore. I used to love Black Ops 3. I used to think that Black Ops 3's supply drop system and everything about Black Ops 3 other than gobblegums and everything else that people don't like about that game, that reminder, people don't like Black Ops 3 because supply drops, liquid divinium being incredibly hard to get other than paying for it, gobblegums being almost always overpowered or giving you way too much early on that makes the game too easy. The second we get a game that's even remotely hard that removes that, people are complaining that it's too hard. Which do you want? The CoD community in general, whether it's multiplayer or zombies, are hypocrites. And I hate to be rude and say that, but it's true. I have seen time and time again this community constantly backpedal on itself because, oh, this game's too easy. Remember when Zombies was hard? Remember when Zombies wasn't super, like, easy to do? And then we get something that's super hard again, and people are asking, oh, this is too difficult. And then we get it nerfed, and then people are like, oh, it's too easy. It boggles my mind that people are able to flip-flop like this easily, like a goddamn yo-yo, as if nothing is wrong. And it's, again, I'm not pointing at any names of anyone in particular, but I've literally started blocking the term Call of Duty Zombies in my own live stream chat and on Twitter. Because I am sick and tired of seeing it constantly being dragged through the dirt by YouTubers that made their careers off of it. By YouTubers that I only know them for this. And hell, even when I'm watching content on other games like Destiny, I found this amazing Destiny YouTuber that's like really, I don't want to say small, but they're like relatively smaller in comparison to a lot of other Destiny YouTubers, and I like their content. They seem very like genuine and their content's funny. They occasionally will bring references to Call of Duty Zombies, and I legitimately am just like disgusted that I'm disgusted by seeing it, because it's not that again that I don't like COD Zombies. It's that every time I think about it, I think of the community that has ruined the game for me. Like, I don't feel like I can have fun on this game without risk of being called out for enjoying a game that to them is the worst in the series, or you have to be brain dead to like, kind of thing. It's like, there's a thing, opinions are subjective for a reason. Like, for example, here's a very good example of another opinion that's very much, like, there's no, like, fact or anything rooted in it. It is all truly opinion. Whether or not you like a certain movie. For example, I really, really like a lot of cheesy old school horror movies that are really, really bad, and they are obviously bad, but they are only good because they're classics, and they're still good, and their actual content of the movie holds up. For example, of what I'm referring to, the Scream franchise. Yeah, it's early 2000s or like late or like 90s, early 2000s kind of like style schlock, where it's kind of cheesy and shit. But it's good because I like it because it's a good movie. It's not an awful movie by any means, but the farther down the Scream franchise you go, the kind of mediocre, the more mediocre it gets. That's why again I feel like a belief that should be held up by every single person that plays video games should be like whatever the hell you want to like, but don't force anyone else to conform to that opinion just because you disagree with them. That's not how you make friends. That's not how you find like-minded individuals who will play the game with you and give you advice. It's part of the reason why I've been so terrified of doing Dark Souls stuff in general. And it's why I'm wanting to do Elden Ring, because one, it's a game of the year and I really am interested in seeing how actually it plays, and I've watched a lot of content on it. It seems fun. As well as in general, I want to actually play a hard game for once and have it be rewarded because of the fact that I'm just playing it and learning. That's why I like Metroid Dread so much, and why I think it was robbed at the Game Awards. It was a hard game that deserved to be Game of the Year and had a lot going for it, and it's a very difficult but fun game. And I think it should have deserved a lot more than it got. I know I'm going on this little tangent, but it's, again, I love Call of Duty Zombies. It will always be what got me into YouTube. It will always be what I always fall back to whenever I'm like bored and I really want to do something. I'll literally just play I'll just play COD Zombies, and I'll find a way of playing it one way or the other. That was what I used to do. Nowadays, I don't do that anymore. It's a very similar situation that's happened with Minecraft, is that I used to love Minecraft, but everything that's happened to it that's turned it into this weird, like, if you like it, you want to do things with children kind of thing. It's like this whole like stereotype that's sort of molded around Minecraft now has kind of ruined it for me. And I still like Minecraft because the amount of content that I watched when I was little, when I was a lot younger, going like 12, 13, stuff like that. I loved Minecraft. I loved watching series, like I loved watching Captain Sparkles. I liked watching people like that who are just a really good Minecraft user that made really good content. And again, I know I said I wasn't going to say name, but this is just an example of, in terms of, this is a different topic. So again, I'm not saying names for the zombies community that any faults of their own for that. But it's like, you get the point. It's like, I love these games and I want to enjoy them, but the things that they've turned into are not something I want to engage with, and it's ruined the game for me. Again, something one of my favorite maps, or like one of my favorite games of all time. At one point, oh god, I just realized I went down with a tombstone. That's not good. Got it. Hey, that worked out, actually. Very rare that tombstone actually works out for me. But it's like, I absolutely love this game. I always will. And when the next Call of Duty comes out, COD 2023, or whatever this stupid rumor is that people want to wholeheartedly believe that's probably true or probably not true, I don't care. Whatever happens with the next Call of Duty, it's going to be made by Treyarch. I'm going to play it the same way I always have. I'm going to play zombies. I'm going to go for the Easter egg. I'm going to do everything I've always done. And at this point, if YouTubers want to sit on it and hate on it because, oh, it's not the same as Black Ops 3, or it's not this, it's not that, I'm literally just going to ignore it at this point. And it's like, well, why haven't you been ignoring it this entire time? It's because I'm sick and tired of seeing it all over my Twitter because of people just either wanting to spread misinformation about stuff that's just not true, or say these things that they want to that they blatantly don't know the truth behind, and refuse to learn the truth behind it because either A, they want to get clicks and interactions for Twitter, or B, they don't care. I'm somebody who's cared about zombies ever since it started going down this road that it went down in Cold War, and I still to this day love Cold War zombies. I still do not understand the hate behind Outbreak. I still do not understand the hate behind Black Ops 4 or Vanguard zombies. Vanguard's not that kind of yet because that's not the traditional zombies everyone likes. But then we get it, and people don't like that either because, oh, it's reused content. The last original map we got up until Black Ops 4 was Zetsubo. Because Grog Kirby is a World at War map, a World at War campaign mission. Revelations is basically a mishmash of a bunch of maps, which, yeah, you can say is original, but still, it's like a lot of the content is stuff we've seen before. We get something like Voyage, and people don't like it because, oh, it's too hard, or, oh, it's bad. We get something like 9, it's like, okay, it's reasonable, but the Easter egg's too hard. It's like, okay. You get something like Blood of the Dead, and it's a remake of a map everyone loves, but the Easter egg's too hard, no one likes it. And I'm one of those people. I don't like the Easter egg. I think it's way too hard. And it's like, I think Blood of the Dead is a very poor remake of a really good map. Oh, what about the other maps we got? Ancient, Dead of the Night, no one likes it because it's got way too many spawn locations. Okay, let's get Ancient Evil, where all the spawn locations the only things that have random locations are the shield parts. People still don't like it because it's way too hard. And, like, the water weapons kind of aren't that great. Like, okay, well, what about Alpha Omega? Alpha Omega's a remake. Can't like it because it's a remake and it's not an original map. It's like, yeah, but it's an expanded map that we haven't seen before. Yeah, well, so is Blood of the Dead. No one likes that because it's a remake. No one likes that. Oh, what about, I forgot the name of the last map. I actually forgot the name of the last Cold War map. Not Cold War, Black Ops 4 map. But, yeah, it was a remake of Call of the Dead. Or Tagger Toten. Tagger Toten, that's what it's called. Yeah, but, like, Tagger Toten, it's a remake of Call of the Dead. It's just a remake of a Black Ops 1 map. A very meh Black Ops 1 map, a lot of people would say. And it's like, oh, well, we can't like this because it's a remake. Okay, well, then let's go into Cold War. Well, people don't like Jesus Christ, I'm having a moment. My anger is making me unable to think. We don't like Die Maschine because, oh, it's a remake of Nocturne Toten, and it's just an expanded version of Noct. Okay, well, what about this original map this original map called Firebase? Oh, it's too hard. Oh, it's a campaign mission. It's like, oh, okay. Well, only a portion of it is a campaign mission. The rest is all original. No, it's too hard map. Too hard of a map. Map sucks. Okay. What about Outbreak? Oh, it's not traditional zombies. It's like, well, yeah, but it's something different, and it's actually kind of cool and fun to play, and it gives you a little bit more of stuff to do, and it makes everything more interesting. Oh, but it's too hard. Alright, well then what about the Outbreak Easter eggs? They weren't at launch. Okay, that's a little bit of a valid point. I understand that's one of the very few valid points I agree with. I don't like the fact that the Outbreak Easter egg was held back. But at the same time, I'm glad that we get that because it meant we kind of had some time to get used to the new mode before having to dive into an Easter egg. It gave us time to sort of adjust to it so that we wouldn't being forced into something that's really, really hard and not know what to do. And how to access Easter egg. It was good. I liked that. Oh, but hey, we got 2 Easter eggs with Outbreak. Oh, it's too easy. I will say it was a little bit too easy, but still, it was an Easter egg. Regardless, we got 2 of them for 1 experience. And, what was after that? Mauer. Mauer. That's what it's called. I had to remember all the maps. It's been a while, like I said. Mauer to Toten. Oh, it's too hard. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's a bad map. It doesn't have any good characters in it. The characters are so, like, flat. Oh, the strike teams still suck, by the way. The strike team sucks and it was never fun. I want the original characters back. Okay. Who cares? If having the strike team basically means that we can have more actual, like, effort put into the maps and the story rather than having to have a reason that the characters, that the Victus crew, the Primus crew, the Ultimus crew, whatever. It gives us more story to work with rather than, like, having to explain why these characters from these games that we've loved are there. And plus, their story's over. Tagger Toten ended their story. This is supposed to be a new timeline that's meant to be in tandem or caused by the events of Tag. That is why things are different. Alright, well, let's go to, what's the last map of this game called? Forsaken. Oh, the game, again, strike teams suck. It's bad ending. It's like, the Forsaken isn't that cool. It's kind of boring. He's not that cool. He's just a boring boss. You just kind of shoot him a bunch, and he's kind of a waste of time. You kind of get the point when it comes to like arguing with anyone in the zombies community, right? It's like you don't have any chance of having an actual reasonable conversation. They will just spout nonsense at you that most of the time you can kind of either agree with or just look at and be like, what is wrong with you? Like, again, the one thing I'll give them is the Outbreak Easter egg not being there at launch. But I defend it by saying, imagine trying to do it not knowing what to do. And not knowing anything. I know it, but people say, well, that's how we are with all maps. There's a reason why they've made the Easter eggs not available right on day 1, so we can get used to the map and kind of experience it. And also so that way everyone who has bad internet has an even playing field. That's why I like having the Easter eggs disabled for a short period of time. Because it means that people like me, who maybe don't want to be up at 1 in the morning trying to do an Easter egg, and streaming at 1 in the morning, or who have work the next day, can at least try to experience the Easter eggs blind, like I have been since for every single Easter egg since World War II Zombies, and every map, without having to look into any spoilers. Because that's one of the reasons why I've loved Cold War, Black Ops 4, and Vanguard so much, to the degree that I have, is that if you go in without watching these clickbait YouTubers show you how to do everything, and you learn everything yourself, you're able to form a valid opinion on it, rather than bandwagon on these YouTubers who just want to tell you, oh, this game's bad, play Black Ops 3 instead. It's like Todd Howard and the whole Todd Howard and Skyrim joke. It's like that, but with Black Ops 3. Buy Black Ops 3. That's literally how it feels. And it's like, don't get me wrong, Black Ops 3 has some good moments. I really liked Horizon track. I thought E6 with Cherry and Zombies, Zombie World Championship was really cool for the time frame. I just wish that the people behind them that handled them, at least nowadays, actually knew the impact they had when they said things. Because I go on Twitter and I want to go looking to see, oh, what's my favorite zombies YouTuber doing? Not doing anything zombies related, because they don't like zombies anymore, which is valid, yeah. But the fact they push this narrative of, oh, zombies is bad and you shouldn't play it. That's what really pisses me off. Is you should not be able to tell people your opinion. You should not be forcing your opinion of the game onto others just because you don't like it. Let people form their own opinions, and if they have a differing opinion and they're being rude about it, then yeah, that's when you go ahead and take action and block somebody. But if you get proven wrong about something, and you somehow decide or somebody has to change their opinion, you should not attack them for it. You should not be forcing them to adhere to your opinions. It is wrong. It's incredibly, like, it's more showing of an ego than it is an actual, like, genuine personality. It is ego. And to say that, like, no one has an ego is wrong. Everyone has a little bit of ego. I get overconfident and try to challenge people I should not have the right to challenge in Destiny, or in Warzone, or in, like, any game I play. I get overconfident. Why did my controller disconnect? It's literally still on. Hello? What? Damn it. Yeah, that was weird. Either way, it's fine. But you get the point. It's like, yeah, everyone has an ego. Everyone has different ways of dealing with things. But to just blindly and just continually just force this narrative of these games are bad, don't play them, drives me insane. It is annoying. I hate it. And it's just absolutely atrocious and, like, disrespectful to everyone who works on the game. Everyone who works on the game, whether in terms of Treyarch, whoever's working on it at the time, it's disrespectful to the developers who put their time and effort in to help give you a career making content like I am right now. In general, don't get me wrong, I'm not a zombies YouTuber, so I don't play zombies that much anymore because I don't want to be labeled as a zombies YouTuber. Because everyone in this community seemingly hates any form of change or hates everything to do with the new Call of Duty. And I'm very much a believer of, yeah, there is certain things that do need to be changed about certain games. But to blatantly just tell them to just stop, or, like, stop breathing, or that they should lose their job is completely beyond impossibly rude. And I absolutely hate it. I hate what this community has become. I hate everything it's turned into. And all I ask is for that people to stop. I am actually, like, to see the community that I used to love to interact with. To see the community that raised, who knows how much money for charity. I've lost track of how much money the zombies community has raised for charity. I have lost track of how many things this community has done for other creators and other people who are like-minded and love the game, to the point where all I think about whenever I think of this community is blind hatred towards anything new, towards anything that is not Black Ops 3. And again, I understand Black Ops 3 was a great time for a lot of people, but people need to take off the rose-tinted glasses for 10 minutes and look at things with, like, some actual, like, look at things with their eyes open. Black Ops 3, in comparison to a lot of games nowadays, if it were to release now, would be absolutely torn to shreds with the amount of issues it had, and still to this day has. Like, the issue with Gorod Krovi's Easter egg and being as broken as it wasn't fixed until almost Cold War's release. Or Modern Warfare's release, I think, actually. It was still, like, it was over 3 games later that it was fixed. And there are still issues on Black Ops 3 that plague it to this day. Whether it be on PC or console, there are still issues that plague every single Call of Duty game to this day. PC has it the worst, with all these hackers who are able to get into your system and just brick your PC because haha funny. It's the reason why I don't want to play Black Ops 3 either. I want to play Black Ops 3 and do all these cool custom maps I see people playing, and do all these cool things, and actually maybe one day even make my own custom map. But I don't, because of a mixture of one, the community has made me hate loading up the game. 2, the hackers have ruined the game to make it unplayable. And 3, I can't even run the damn thing without crashing or risking a full-on brick of my PC. And I miss it, because Black Ops 3 is such a fun game when it works. And it does have its moments, and customs is the only thing that keeps that game even somewhat relevant to me. And even now, customs has been ruined by the community that made it good. Whether it be hackers, whether it be the hackers, or it be people just saying, oh, these maps are better than Treyarch maps, or people are making maps made by Treyarch better than Treyarch. It's like, they're only making maps that you think are better than Treyarch because you're just don't like the maps that they're making are just improvements that Treyarch could make. They're improvements that Treyarch could easily make or have made. But you refuse to acknowledge them because it's on a game you don't like. It's not on Black Ops 3. Same thing with Vanguard. And again, it's like Vanguard's not traditional. I understand that. But the fact that people dismissed it so quickly, the fact that people decided that it was not worth the time, actually disappointed me. Because again, I love the concept of Vanguard. I thought Vanguard Zombies was so interesting and so cool. But they dismissed it and completely just brushed it aside because it's not Black Ops 3. And it pisses me off to no end that people that love this game refuse to have any form of change that is actually good for the game. It's so annoying, and it's annoying because I love zombies and I want to continue to love zombies. This community has made it impossible for me to like it. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's true. That's literally how I feel. The people, whether it be the YouTubers, the viewers or whatever, or hell, even some of the people who are now like I would consider more artists in the community that make content based off of stuff in game. Again, not saying names, but it's like it's like I can't enjoy the game anymore because I can't enjoy the game anymore because these people are just blatantly disregarding what made this game, what is good in the new games. And it's like, I want to enjoy it so much. And it's truly why I do not know what I'm going to do when the new Call of Duty comes out, when Call of Duty 2023 or Treyarch's next game comes out. I do not know how I'm going to handle it in terms of zombies. I truly think I'm going to do it the way I have been.
This will serve for now.
Sorry, I saw that and it was cool. But you kind of get the point. It's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I truly don't know what I'm going to do in terms of content on the new Call of Duty game, in the next Call of Duty game. Because I don't know if I want to do content on it. Because I know for a fact, if I do, the community is going to find some way to either call the game bad, find some reason to hate the game, or find some reason to get Call of Duty completely and utterly ruin it even more for everyone else. Don't get me wrong, do some aspects of the game feel kind of gimped because of the way Warzone's success? Yeah, I won't deny that at all. I'm not going to ignore that at all. Like, whatsoever. But to just push down the developers who are making this game even more and are given less and less to work with because of something that's out of their control is not how you fix a problem. That's how you make it worse. The reason why people probably don't like Vanguard is because people didn't like Cold War and didn't give it the chance that it deserved. So that when Vanguard came around, Activision gave Treyarch less money to work with. and less resources to make a good mode. They gave them less to work with because the community decided to completely dismiss it. And again, I understand not everyone liked the... Oh, hey. Cool. I didn't realize it was there.
I will be taking this.
I understand not everyone likes certain things. I will stand by that. I will respect that type of opinion. I will always respect those opinions. But to do it blindly and because a YouTuber told you to is the incorrect way of doing things. And I will stand by that until the day I die. And if you're one of those people who do that and are currently subscribed to me, I genuinely do not care. Please unsubscribe to me and go watch those YouTubers, because you're not going to get any sort of sympathy from me. Because you are part of the problem that has ruined Call of Duty Zombies for me, and probably for a whole lot of smaller people like myself who want to enjoy the game but can't because the community is way too toxic.
Share that bullet.
And I don't care if I get reamed for this. I don't care if I get called out for this. I truly blame the community for the downfall of zombies. I don't blame Treyarch. I blame the community and everything that we've come to. That is the reason that zombies is currently in the state that it is. I don't blame Treyarch. I don't blame anyone else. I don't blame Activision. I don't blame anything. I blame the community.
Self-kills.
Because they weren't able to give something new a chance, and they dismissed it because it's not Black Ops 3. And again, and I'm going to repeat myself again, that way people don't take this out of context and say, oh, hey, you just don't like Black Ops 3. I used to like Black Ops 3. I really did. For a period of time, I really did like the game. But you get the point. It's like, I love this game. I always will. Deep down, I will always love this game. But the community has made it impossible for me to want to actually play it. Like, I sometimes think about, I want to play zombies. But then I think about wanting to make a zombies video. And I'm immediately just like, nah, I don't want to do that. And I don't want to play zombies anymore.
That one's dead for real now.
And it's like, oh, zombies has no content. Your title is a content creator. You're supposed to create content. If you have to do something to come up with a challenge, that's all. It's simple as that. Come up with an idea to do something. That's how some of the 2-box challenge came to be. That's how the 3-2-1 challenge came to be. The Rainbow Perk challenge, stuff like that. Those challenges were spawned because people were bored. Come up with something or do something new. It's simple as that. Anyway, I've been ranting on long enough. I have to go do laundry now.
Mine.
Yeah, I know this video was very ranty and very kind of broken record sounding, but it's like, again, I want to have zombies be something back on the channel once I'm able to run Black Ops 3 Customs again, or once Black Ops 3 Customs finally gets its whole thing fixed. And like that, I want to be able to make zombies content again. I want to bring EV through the Easter eggs. But I'm legitimately, the only reason why I haven't done it is, besides them not having Cold War, is because I'm terrified of the reception of how that's going to come out.
Good hunting.
That being said, hopefully you guys did enjoy this. I know it's just random zombies gameplay in the background, but still, better than nothing. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for some Sonic Colors. And hopefully my PC's fixed by one day.